Hi, it's me, Ingrid INFP, and I'm in the forest, as you can see. Lots of trees, lots of sun. It was actually a pretty nice day. I've been at work all day, so I didn't get to enjoy this weather. Unfortunately, I went into the forest to look for blueberries, and the blueberries seem to have all been affected by this high heat and the terrible rainstorms. So there aren't that many blueberries this year. I did see some lingonberries on the ground, but they're not ripe yet. So yeah, it wasn't like I thought it would be. But I wanted to talk about when my ISFJ and INFJ friend met up, and certain things that I realized about INFPs. Because both of them are my best friends, and they're very different, but very similar at the same time. And it seems like NE is something that makes us really quick in our thoughts. And it's not something that ISFJs can keep up with, because their NE is like last. And it's not something that INFJs can keep up with either, because they have NI and they're very slow. So we are pretty quick in our thoughts and then how we talk, and that's a good thing. It's part of what makes us smart. But I didn't realize that it was such a big thing until my ISFJ friend was like, he said, "Oh, I'm glad that you, the INFJ, are friends with her, because you can keep up with her mind." And the INFJ was like, "Yeah, well, actually I can't." Because he keeps thinking about the first thing that I said when I've already talked about 10 other things afterwards. So they don't know how I interact with the other person. So, I mean, they've heard about each other because I've talked about them to the other person, which is kind of a weird interaction. But, sorry, the shadows are moving. But it was interesting. It was really interesting to see both of them interact, because they are so different yet so the same. And the sort of things that their observations about me. So for both of them, it felt like I was going too fast, but for different reasons, obviously. Because one of them is just because he's more in the sensory world, and not in the world of crazy ideas. And the other one is into crazy ideas, but in a slower, deeper fashion. So NE makes us quick, and I think that quickness is something that only other high NE users can keep up with. I mean, it's hard for me to keep up with an ENFP or an ENTP, but my INFJ friend has a lot harder time to deal with ENFPs and ENTPs than I do. I can hang with them, but only in short bursts of time. But I do like talking to them for a long time. It's just that I maybe need a little pause at times to keep up with the ENFPs and ENTPs. But I think that for an NI user dominant, it's pretty overwhelming. And I can guess that for an SI user who uses NE as last, that would also be pretty overwhelming. So we have to give ourselves some credit that we have certain things that other types don't, and in this case, that we are very quick in our thoughts, and in our connections, and how we make connections really easily. I think that it's a lot tougher for these other types, ISFJ, INFJ, to do that, and actually with most types. So I think that we should give ourselves a pat on the back for that. And something else that really made me feel good was that the INFJ gave me a compliment, and I didn't really know how to take it because it kind of flusters me when I receive a compliment. But he said that one of my biggest strengths is that I listen to people, um, and I give my love without expecting something in return. And he said that, well, he's met a lot of people that expect something from him in order to give love and to listen. And that really touched me. And the ISFJ friend agreed. And I felt very, very nice. It was awesome. I mean, sometimes we forget that this is not something that comes naturally to people, to listen to others and to be loving and empathetic. A lot of people find that to be unnatural to them, to the way that they work, unnatural to the way that they naturally want to do things, and it can become a chore for them. So I think that INFPs are important in the world. Yeah, there's the ice cream truck again. But so I felt that was, I was touched. And I think that this is something that other INFPs need to hear. I really am glad that they met each other. I thought that might go really sour, and it actually didn't. Both of them were very mellow, very sweet with each other. And I think that is when FE meets other FE. They listened to each other's ideas, and they seemed to be on the same page politically in a way, because we did talk about politics. It's voting season right now in Sweden. They are really for helping people, and they are very kind people, and I think that that's why they're my friend, and I do choose my friends wisely, and so I'm giving myself a pat on the back for that too. I really do love my friends, and I think that they're very good people. So both of them are really sensitive to other people, and they were so sweet to each other, giving each other space. I mean, both of them are introverts, and what was different about them was that the INFJ was always talking about he wanted to try something new, and the ISFJ, we went to a food festival, and the ISFJ chose like a burger because that was the simple thing. He can be adventurous at times, but in this case he chose the tried and true burger, and the INFJ chose some Indian wrap, and yeah, they are a little bit different. I think that they could connect in certain ways that I can't with each of them, because they have the FE. But sorry, there's some people walking by. But I think that I'm really lucky to have them as friends. It really makes me happy. Also that they got along so well. I didn't think so, because they are so different in the kinds of topics of conversation that we have. My ISFJ friend is a doctor like me, and the other one is more, the INFJ is into art and that kind of thing. So we have very different kinds of conversations. But in the end, they're both my best friends. And I'm just amazed that we can surround ourselves with good people. We don't need to be alone. And we can find people who are genuine and who are kind and who care about other people. And yeah. So I just wanted to make this video to give you guys a pep talk. Give myself a pep talk while I'm at it. I had another video where I was talking about giving people compliments, and a lot of people took that really badly. They were like, no, don't give INFPs compliments because that's not healthy. I'm sorry that you guys did not feel uncomfortable around compliments. I mean, I do too. But I think that we need to embrace our strengths. I'm not saying that I want people to compliment me constantly. I think that we should have some compliments here and there. We should be proud of ourselves for accomplishments, for who we are as people. And it makes me a little bit sad to see how many INFPs are in the comments who are just like sad, you know? So I wish you all the best. A while back I was talking about deleting my channel. I'm not deleting my channel. I'm keeping it up. I'm working on ignoring the negative feedback that I'm getting. I've gotten some harassment on my channel, which those people have been blocked. There were 3 different guys who were harassing me, so I had to mute those people completely. I was trying to balance to like just ignore the comments, but I couldn't, so I had to delete their stuff. Also, I'm not answering a lot of comments right now. I'll get to them, but I'll be taking my time. I don't want this channel to become an extra source of stress for me. I mean, and people will comment that I'm not doing things the right way, and telling me, well, like, of course you're going to receive these comments because you're on YouTube, you're broadcasting yourself. It's like, yeah, but I mean, I wish it wasn't like that. So obviously I'm going to be a little bit unsatisfied with how things are going. I've been seeing other INFPs struggle with this YouTube platform. I want this to be a positive place. I use this as a kind of diary, venting out things that I want to talk about. If people don't like that, they can leave. Yeah, that's all I had to say on that topic. But anyway, I wanted this video to be a positive video about the love, the power of friendship, you know? So yeah, have a great day. Bye bye.